The Chiefs showcased their best performance of the season. How does this Chiefs defense separate from other defenses? And we give our predictions for this Monday night matchup against the Jaguars. All of this next on Chiefin.
Welcome, Chiefs Kingdom. Thanks for tuning in to this Red Kingdom Media production, bringing you raw, authentic Chiefs coverage. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on your team. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Welcome to another episode of Chiefin. I'm your host, Dale Fowler, with my partner, Lonnie.
Let's just see that. Let's hope the Chiefs come back and show that they're regular self.
Facts. Go Chiefs. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Chiefin. I am one of your co-hosts for the evening, Dale Fowler, along with my buddy Lonnie. Andretti, you'll be on in a little bit as well too, so don't worry, he'll be here. But Lonnie, how you doing, brother?
Good, excited, ready to talk about the up and coming next Chiefs game. Excited and happy that we back on track. Got the Chiefs back looking like they self. So
like your boy said, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Had some success against Baltimore this week. 1-2 in a row as well too. And looking to get back on track into being in that playoff picture and looking like one of the better teams in the AFC. But instead of us just talking right now, right here, let's go ahead and get into our first topic so we can discuss that. So we got rolling without Rashee. Now, when he gets back, we know, y'all know me. I've been an advocate of him the whole time. Once he get back, we're going to be rolling some more. But as of now, because we got 2 more games left without him as well, too. I think, because 4. So 2 more games left now. So the Kansas City Chiefs had their best performance this past Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens. So, Lonnie, to start off, do you have confidence in this unit winning the next 2 games before Rashee Rice arrival? The reason why, I think we know that the Jaguars game is doable, but we have that Detroit game. So if we're able to get this and be 3-2, that Detroit game, which is back at home on Sunday Night Football, we could be 4-2 on the horizon. And Rashee Rice is back in our system after that. So how you feel?
Yeah, so I like their chances definitely against the Jaguars. I don't know how much against the Lions. I want to see how we fare against somebody with Conde's equal talent. I know people are going to put a lot of stock into that the Ravens were beat up, but they were. And that's honest. We were playing against second and third stringers, but it was some first stringers in there, some good guys, Nate Wiggins, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, some guys in there. But you still kind of just want to see the Chiefs play against another team that has all their weapons available and kind of be able to do that same thing that they did against the Ravens, which is manhandle the team. So I think that the Chiefs will be able to do that against the Jaguars. I'm not sure if they'll be able to do that against the Lions. I think I'm still interested to see that. I want to see how they fare first against the Jaguars first, just in particularly on that offensive side of the ball. I think the Chiefs defense has shown through the first 5 weeks of this 4 weeks of the season that they have the ability to stop the opposing offense, whatever they tend to scheme up, even if they give up a touchdown on the first drive, even if they give them up in their first 2 drives. Eventually, Steve Spagnuolo is going to get his guys to bear down, stick their heels in the ground, and stop somebody. So I like what I've seen so far from the defense, and I think that they're going to have the ability to keep us in games. But I want to see if the offense has the ability to kind of put us over the top and get us those wins against those good teams. Kind of have that same showing that you had against the Ravens, against some other teams' ones, which you're going to have to do when it comes to the playoff special team, and when it comes to the playoffs, and if you're going to make that deep run in the postseason. So I think that I like their chances in this Jaguars game. I don't know how much I like their chances against the Lions, just because the Lions they've shown to be a juggernaut and they're playing at a very high level. And they came into Kansas City and beat us before, so I know the Chiefs will have a sour taste in their mouth. So anytime that usually is the case, that the Chiefs tend to show up and kind of rear their head and not let an opponent come in there and beat them more than once. So I would just be surprised to see them lose, but I wouldn't be surprised at the same time, just because, like I said, the Lions are totally prepared. So I like the Chiefs' chances against the Jaguars, but I'm scared to say that they'll just beat up on the Lions.
Okay. I mean, it's respectable. A lot of people would feel comfortable even just being 3-3 in this particular situation if that was to happen as well too, and then have Rashee Rice coming back. But honestly, regardless of the Ravens depleted defense, and they only had about like 4 or 3 out beforehand, and it just happened to spiral when they got in within the game and had 3 more go out as well too. So I think a lot of people got to put that in context as well, and they've kind of been dealing with some of those guys from the start of the season. So when it was coming into it, the start of the game in the offense, even though we started with 2 field goals, they were going down the field very comfortable and comfortably, especially with Xavier Worthy back in the fold. And I think when you look at that, you're like, okay, this offense probably could have did a little bit better with the Chargers if he was out there. Just how you see how he was sprinkled into this matchup, how you saw him in particular moments with man-on-man matchup. He know how to he handled this role well, and he was prepared for it, and they got him ready for it as well too. So coming back within that particular game, it really didn't phase him. But when you look at it, and then you do look at the Detroit team as well too when we talk about it after the Jaguars, because we really get into them when we get into our game predictions as well. We'll talk about that matchup a little bit more. But overall, their offense is a juggernaut. Our defense is beastie. I understand they do have a good offensive line as well too, but Stags, as the season go on, he starts to, get into his rhythm, and his players get into that rhythm as well too. So when they're going up against him, just like we game plan for AJ Brown and the Devontae Smith, Keenan Allen, they cooked us in the first game. We're not going to even lie about that, but that, how those first games for the defense come. But it wasn't really as much exposure. We did give up 30, kept on 27. Was definitely a winnable game too. We had our chances. And they got some necessary stops as well when they were supposed to. It just felt like it because the offense wasn't moving. It wasn't going nowhere. When you have an offense looking like that, and you coming out to start out the season, look at the Eagles versus the Cowboys. Cowboys defense is horrible. But it ended up kind of being a close game, staying within those 20s. It didn't get into the 30s. They had to get it going as well too. They let Dak Prescott, make a couple plays. So I think when you look at it, it's like, okay, they have it. So when you go up against Detroit, they only put up 21 when they got here. We should have won. We talked about it multiple times, Lonnie. They should have won the game. Kadarius told me multiple times. Now, into field position now, I'm not going to lie. Booker is scaring us.
Exactly.
So we can't say just like, a gimme. I think he can still do that for us, but you're worrying us a little bit now. You're having these moments within, and you're doing it at slick times as well too, where it's like we can't really blame you for the loss, but that 3 points added puts you in a different situation. Your game plan is a little bit different as well too. So that usually comes to a head. We gotta fix that early on. But it's doable. It's definitely doable. I think overall my confidence is in a good position because regardless of that Ravens defense, it's hard to beat a team that many times with an elite quarterback like that.
For sure. I mean,
you come out with especially starting off 1-2 as well too, having that loss to the Lions. You felt like you really gave that up as well too because you eventually lost the lead, and then it just went downhill from there. And we continuously beat you, and you only beat us once. And I always come down to these moments, so you kind of think it was going to be a close game. For us to do that, and I know people be like, well, that is a deplete. I ain't gonna lie. You look at the Chiefs offense from previous years, last 2. I don't care who we was facing. They were making it a game for no reason. I think they wanted to show we're going to take advantage. We know where your weaknesses are. We know that your NFL professionals are prepared for this as well too, but we're going to exploit that. We're going to continue attacking that until you prove that you can, of course, stop that. We're not going to stop. And Andy Reid actually kept it on their neck for a little bit as well, too. But when you look at the offensive line, last year was issues with a lot of teams. Baltimore is not horrible. I know they missing their big guy like Mdubake. I forgot. I don't know how to say his name, but he out for the season with his neck. Calvin Noy was already out as well too. They had some key factors. I'm not gonna lie. But he still got like a Jabo. I think he had a good game against us as well. They typically have some other good edge rushers that you have out there that can perform at a good level. It was getting stoned up. But I think it's easy to say that they were just bad everywhere, but no, you still got some guys at secondary. They just got too thin. You just got too thin. So I don't want to put that completely on them. That did get exposed because of that.
But Cheetah Bay Awuzie used to be that guy in Cincy.
And he got cooked.
We're not gonna do that. So, and it was some guy, Nate Wiggins, and they still played. It was some people out there, but like I said, I don't think we should put so much stock into the Ravens being depleted. I think we should just put more stock into the Chiefs just looking like themselves
and executing.
It doesn't matter if it was a second string practice game. Don't matter. Sometimes that's what teams need to kind of get that wake up to be like, all right, yeah, now we know we can play. Let's stop playing. Let's get that same execution going that we had it going in the Ravens game. So I think that's just like a wake up. It was just a wake up for them. It just kind of showed that they can make plays. They do need the playmaker Xavier Worthy on the outside. They are kind of missing guys when they do get those playmakers back. It'll be easy for everybody. It takes the stress off of everybody. So I'm interested and excited to see what they do. Only reason I'm saying that about the Lions is because the Lions have a tendency to bring you wherever they are. It doesn't matter. And I'm gonna just totally be honest. A lot of those NFC teams are just starting to be reminiscent of the old school Chiefs, where it didn't really matter where you were at, we were gonna bring it. So that they have that kind of that same moxie. They have the ability to run with two running backs. Not only one, it's two. And not only beat you in the pass game, but punch you in the mouth straight forward with David Montgomery. So, and then Jahmyr Gibbs can get you north, south, east, and west. So, the Lions are a scary opponent, and Spags tends to lack on the run and get lackadaisical on tight ends. And with them having Sam Laporta, they can also get you there. So, you got.
They haven't gave up a 100-yard rusher in years, though.
Yeah, which is true, but it's two of those guys. So you ain't just stopping Saquon. And no name guy, it'll be two guys that sharing snaps. It's gonna be a
good game. I'm not going to cap on that. I'm not going to cap on that.
It'll be a little different, but I know they'll have a game plan for it. But that's why I said I just don't want to. I don't want to say I'm super duper confident that they'll just automatically go run ramsack the Lions, because it's rare to see that. The Lions haven't been that.
Gotcha. So we kind of went on ranting about it. So we got our guy Dre. He just joined us. So I'm gonna go ahead and add him in. What's up, my boy? How you doing?
What's good, my guys?
Doing good. So we just still on the first topic. We carried it as long as we can. But pretty much the question was, we had our best performance of the season against the Ravens. Do you have confidence in this unit winning the next two games before Rashee Rice arrival?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I don't see any issues as to why we would slack off. Like I said, Xavier Worthy opened up the offense as far as being aggressive in the play calling goes. He opens up a lot, honestly, and I just think that the main thing is the running game. I mean, if you make us run the ball, that's probably where we're struggling at, and then we also got to get better in the red zone. But I mean, red zone is part of the running game, so I mean, we just got to get that together as a whole. So I think that we'll be fine the next two games. Yeah, I don't, because we got the Jaguars Monday night, and then we got the Lions
Sunday night football.
And we got prime time, man. So,
I don't have no use for NFL Sunday ticket, bro, and I found my finesse for games, so I'm good. I'm good.
I'm glad you finally found your finesse to the games, man. You finally. Yeah. I've been had that. I ain't paid for. Let me stop.
I don't like the delay though. I don't like the delay. I was like, don't contact me at all. Like for a minute, let me call y'all.
Yeah, I try to stay off of the internet like that for those games when I'm streaming like that. But no, all in all, I just think that we'll be fine. I do think that the toughest game will probably be the Detroit Lions won. Was it ETN yesterday? Sunday he went off against the 49ers. So ETN might be a problem for us Monday night. So against the Jags. So I don't know. They got to show up the run game. But I think they will. But I don't think it'll be a problem. I mean, we got Trevor Lawrence and we got Jared Goff. I mean, we did lose to Jared Goff before. I don't think Pat Mahomes has ever beat Jared Goff.
Yeah, I mean, not yet. Lost to the Rams and lost to him on the first game of the season. So
yeah, nah. So yeah, I think that Pat might be wanting that one for sure. But Trevor Lawrence will give us a game. I know a lot of people are saying, the Jaguars look good and everything like that, but I got to see them play somebody, in my opinion. Just like the same thing with the Buffalo Bills. They got an easy schedule too. So I gotta see. I know we in the NFL, but at the same time, man, I gotta see some type of some toughness out of these schedules. I mean, they playing high school people at the high school teams at this point. It's too easy. It's on rookie right now. But I think we'll bring the Jaguars back down to reality for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think we'll be fine the next two games.
I don't see no reason for us not to, but I understand with the Detroit Lions because a lot of you was saying with the two running backs they have, the juggernauts they have in the backfield, that's a 1-2 punch compared to what you'll be seeing with Travis Etienne next week. So just like we somewhat can say Saquon Barkley, he got his touchdown against us as well too. But like I said earlier, we haven't gave up a 100-yard rusher yet. You have two of those guys to where you got one that can, of course, beat you up in between the gaps, of course, open it up, soften it a little bit, and then, wetting the baby, and then they get out of there, you know what I'm saying? And then you got a guy that, of course, can hit the edges and, put in his work. But, overall, when you look at that defense, they're going to compete. And if they give you a chance, see, back in the day, the offense had to, of course, have a shootout. You don't necessarily need that right now. What up, fellas? I know Ravens defense bad, but I don't see anything that would keep Pat from continuing to do what he did Sunday, in my opinion. I mean, agreed. If the offensive line is playing at that level, and Mitchell Schwarston talked about it as well, too. You give him that time in the pocket, he's going to make something work. What he did in that game when he had to get to the outside, go down there somewhere. He going to launch it, put it up. What happens? Typically, it's going to be a pass interference call because it's up in the air. The DB got to get back. He's wrestling because he don't want to give up that long game as well, too. Might get there a little bit early. Sets up opportunities like that. Or you might hit him in stride and you get him for a touchdown, or you make it a big play with down on the goal line. I'm seeing that happening now. And it does help the running game that you're talking about, Dre, because you're starting to be able to do the jet sweep and the in rounds. That's going to be like, I got to watch those edges. Now you get opportunities where, okay, they're going to soften that a little bit, try to probably, contain that. You got the middle now to where Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Kingsley had to do their work. Pacheco get a little wiggle there, and you saw him kind of do that on Sunday. Was able to make that happen, get a couple yards and move it forward. So they just got to put it together, and they got to keep it going and keep that consistency. We know what we like to do. We like to pass. We got our guy back that open that back up for us. So in this game against Jaguars, we know they're a pretty good defense. They get turnovers. But if you're able to get downfield and not commit those turnovers, you will put points on them. And I think the Chiefs, they are at the point now where they have to show everybody, like, no, it was a little slow start. It's not our typical start. But the attention's not on us. We're not the champions. We're going to be in the picture. And they slowly getting back in. So, however you want to take it, we're going to take it. But it's going to be a good one. We have fun with that. But anything else I want to say about this before we move on to our next topic?
I agree with you, King Moore. Shout out to the coaching staff for playing Smith more for sure.
Opening it up a lot. It really helped out. And, the plays that he made on the sideline as well, too, I'm sure they made note of that, and they see that, okay, we could have a three-headed monster here if we can make something happen, something work. But you have to utilize them correctly. We'll see. If y'all don't have nothing to add, before we move on to our next topic, please make sure
to like and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Red Kingdom Media. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a like or comment so we can reply and interact with you and make you a part of the show. If you listen to us on Spotify, please rate us 5 stars so we can increase our reach in the playlist. Follow us and all our contributors on all the social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. If you'd like to come on and talk Chiefs, message us so we can potentially set that up. Do you enjoy written content? Subscribe to our Substack. We have both a free and a $5 a month subscription and post on there frequently. And if you have any interest in being a contributor on the writing staff, feel free to reach out and we'll be in touch. It would help support the brand if you would purchase our merch, like the shirt that I'm wearing currently. Set up an order for one of these or 2 or 3, and this will allow us to expand our inventory options. Thanks for being a part of this channel. And if there's any partner that's listening to this interested in sponsoring the show or any other content that we produce, please reach out. Now, back to the show.
welcome back to the episode, everybody. Thank you. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. We definitely appreciate the love, and we want y'all to keep on, of course, supporting us as we keep on feeding y'all this wonderful content as well too. But moving on to our next topic, we have Raven reality check. So the Chiefs defense embarrassed Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore office on Sunday, making it 37-13 before he even exited the game. They committed 2 turnovers on one of the best quarterbacks in the league that didn't have a turnover before that game. So what do y'all think that separates this Chiefs defense from other defenses when facing the Ravens?
I mean, I think it's plain and simple. I think Spags just has his number. I think it's just like Anarumo. Anarumo had Mahomes' number early on in his career, and Mahomes kind of finally got him back. And then you kind of see that it's just like some of those games where just you see kind of coordinators we kind of had the Chargers numbers for a number of years. Just overall always been able to beat Justin Herbert, figure out ways to confuse him. So I just think it's one of those situations that the Chiefs just kind of have Lamar Jackson's number. They also just didn't have the necessary weapons, I think, to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs had kind of seen those guys before, and none of them have particularly went crazy. The only one that almost did was Zay Flowers in the AFC Championship, and that really came to a halt after L'Jarius Sneed knocked the ball out and had him fumbling. So I just think the Ravens aren't really equipped. It's a team that has always been trying to build up to beat the Chiefs, but I just feel like they aren't really equipped with the players to compete with the Chiefs just as of right now. Rashad Bateman has been great, but he's also been hurt throughout his career a ton. And then you've got an older agent, DeAndre Hopkins, trying to play wide receiver 3. No Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely coming back from a foot injury. Mark Andrews is a shell of what he was. So I just don't think the Ravens are just equipped at all to really come to Arrowhead and compete. I understand that the analytics might have said one thing and had the Ravens scoring some of the most points over these past couple games, but I think that's just indicative of the defenses that they faced. They just hadn't faced a defense that was only barely allowing 13 points, and it just showed. The Chiefs' defense is for real. They're young, they're fast, they're smart. That Chargers game was definitely just an anomaly. We all assumed that was the case. We thought it was a bad sign, but it was definitely what we thought it was. It was an anomaly. The Chiefs defense is for real, and it's still a defensive team. And if you think that you won't come in here and score 50 on the Chiefs going away, it's just you're in for it. So you better come with a good game plan, because Spags has his guys in that defense, and they're playing at a very, very high level for him. And you can see that too. Like, it took him some time to build this system. And a lot of guys say, yeah, we're building the system. We're drafting guys to kind of build what we want here, and we want things to look like a certain way. I think Spags has done that. You see that he's drafted guys like Shamari Connor. He's drafted guys like Trent McDuffie. He went and got Brian Cook. He has Joshua Williams. He has Najee Johnson. He got Gelati. Omar Norman. You could just see he drafts guys for his system, and they tend to fit his system, and he finds a way to use them and we get production out of them. And you usually just don't see that when guys say that we're building systems and we're making something great here. And We want to kind of have people to be able to take over. What Dan Campbell say? If I leave the Lions right now, we should still be able to win, continue to win. If I wasn't here, so I think Spags has kind of put that type of system in place. No matter if he was to leave, that the Chiefs just have some good players in the building right now that he was the product of selecting just because of his system. So I love what I've seen from the defense, and I think the Ravens just aren't equipped to compete with the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, I'll second that as far as Spags goes. As far as the Spags part goes, Spags just he knows how to defend Lamar Jackson. And yeah, I mean, he's like, hey, we're gonna make you throw it, or we're gonna be in your face all night. We're gonna send a blitz here and there. I think they said Lamar was the most. That was the most Lamar had been blitzed or whatever all season so far, or something like that. So it's like, and it goes back to, I mean, just a style for Spags in general. I mean, because the guy before, the defensive coordinator for the Lions, Shepard, he said he looks up to Spags, so it's kind of like the same type of style. So, I mean, all it boils down to is just watching film and watching what he struggles against, what frustrates him a lot. So, I mean, and that's basically what Kelvin Shepard did. And I mean, Spags basically got the blueprint on Lamar Jackson. And we can say that again. Fangio, that's how it is when it comes to Pat Mahomes. Patch tends to struggle with him on when he's a defensive coordinator. And then he struggled against like you said, the defensive coordinator for the Bengals. But he's not there anymore, but he's fired. But
He was the coach.
He was the coach now. He the coach. Is he that defensive coordinator?
Yeah, Luke Anaramo. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We gotta play him this year too.
Yep.
Y'all know how it is when we play against the Colts.
I put that as an L on my thing, so it was like technically that's the last L that I can really let, because I said a 14-3 season. So we'll see how the rest of these games go.
We'll see how they go, but man, it all just comes down to Spags and Spags getting his guys and everything for the system that he likes. That's like I said, but I've said it before. That's why Spags is like a revolving door on defense when it comes to his play. He wants his guys. He doesn't want guys coming in for 1 year and then leaving and everything like that. He likes guys to stay and build that continuity and that longevity within the system, because it is a hard system to learn. So, all it boils down to is just Spags, man. And I know Lamar Jackson, when he looks on that schedule and he sees he got to play the Kansas City Chiefs and Spags is the defensive coordinator, he hates it. He hates it. He knows it's going to be a long day, but I don't know. It's just Spags at the end of the day, man. This one, like I said the other day, one of the greatest defensive coordinators of all time. And I don't know. Do they put defensive coordinators in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
He might need to go. He definitely need to go. But I wish he liked speed rushers too. He liked the bull rushers. I don't know. They just like the bull. They like the. I don't know. Well, that's another topic for a different day. But yeah, that's all I can say. It's just Spags, man.
I think he just only reason why I think he probably prefer him sometimes, because when you got guys like I would consider Myles Garrett. You can say but he is very powerful. I think they're able. You want somebody who's just overall is just a freak of nature.
Exactly. Yeah. Frank Clark was a speed rusher. Y'all seen where that got us.
Yeah. Like, he will beat you sometimes. Like, Mike Dana had a little burst as well too sometimes, but you see how that is. Once you get against a Hall of Fame or all pro potential type guys, they'll be able to stop you. But with Spags, we just saw games where he gave up a lot of points before. We just seen it as well too. But I think overall, when you look at it and you compare his defensive style, I think overall, what he's able to do and what he's able to dial up his schemes is where he's at with him. I understand that Mahomes, yeah, he has those defensive coordinators that, of course, get him, but we can't act like he wasn't like not undefeated with Vic Fangio for a while either. You know, beating the Broncos a lot. He still had his game. I mean, we had our games. I remember those snow games as well too. We put up like 30 plus. I'm not gonna lie, we had some of those as well, and he had his against us. When he has the players in the right position, he can get you. But that's what I was gonna add on to it. It's the type of players that you have for your system, and Spags, what I think is gonna separate him from everyone else. And I would say those other coordinators as well too. They have done it. They are able to work with what they get from the draft. You have made a Noah Williams like literally be like shining on all the all the PFF grades or the other grades of like, yeah, he's performing at a high level. You have to give him more snaps. And then when you're paying attention to him, he's really doing his job, and it's not looking bad at all. So,
Love it.
how you stop Lamar Jackson? We saw it. You have a spy on him, and you don't rush. You go to the line of scrimmage, and you're really tracing every step. See, teams that did it with Mahomes as well too. But what did Tony Romo say on that again? Is Pat GPT. That's fine. You're gonna get me. I'm gonna get you though too. It's like with Lamar, he's not getting you. Once you got him, you have him flustered, it's over. I said it after the first touchdown. Everyone else allowed Lamar to kind of go off for that half. Spags is the one that's like, all right, I'm about to see what you do this first. If you don't score on this first drive against me, it's already an ugly game for you. But after this first drive, I'm going to see where you want to go. Because you know where we want him to go. Everybody, not saying this at all. I respect him. We want you to pass the ball. Because once you see those corners is sitting there, and they're not giving up too much, and you have to get out the pocket, you're playing right into the game we want you to play. Because we're definitely tracking that the whole time. And once we see you go, they attack. Once he gets out that box, y'all, they attack. They're not waiting for him. We're going to let you throw that bullet, whatever you need. We're not letting you make a play with your feet. And that's what I'm mad they didn't do and probably seen earlier in the Super Bowl, because they did it in this game this year with them in week 2. They said, you know what? We're actually going to see if you can pass the ball, bro. And I'm going to send them at you, and we're going to see how you read it. And he got flustered.
Lamar better passer than boy.
We know. And what happened? A one-handed Leo pick, like King Mo said earlier. On a linebacker, that was his first career interception.
You spying Lamar Jackson. I just want to say this. I know you're saying that.
Right. Eagles go to, if we're able to get to the Super Bowl, when I saw that game, I was like, I want that to happen. Because the difference between the Chiefs and everybody else, they are a championship like caliber. Like, we are seasoned. I think Jalen has that mentality, forced mentality sometimes, but I get it. He got to play that moniker. I get it. You got to stay humble. But we see what's going on because AJ Brown's still talking.
I mean, he ain't completed. He ain't throw a pass. He ain't complete a pass in the second half. But that's another topic for a different day.
Right.
And you can stop.
When you look at the league, I'm looking. Now I'm talking myself into something. I'm not scared.
Don't do that, because, like I said,
I'm
talking like this about Lamar Jackson, but when it comes to Josh Allen, in the regular
Nah.
season, Steve Spagnuolo is like you can put out an APB for the defenses that he draws up against Josh
He's
Allen.
still the thing is
Because
we
Josh
always
Allen-
give we
Josh
give
Allen
all the
tends to-
offensive
Josh
back-
Allen.
But
Look,
let's just be honest. Josh Allen tends to run for 100 yards on the Chiefs every
Look.
time. And not only do he run, we know he
Go ahead.
We know he
Well,
can
what
run.
happens? What happens in that? What happens in that second game? What? No, I get it, and I'm not going to be that one who says like, "Oh, you can't do that." If they wait one over women, that's my point. Josh going to leave get you in the regular season. We don't care about losing that. We want you.
We
I don't know what it is. No.
We
No,
don't,
but
no.
we don't want you to keep getting done like that.
I will say this.
Look at the record from last year. When you, I'm gonna look at. I gotta say because if you look at the record from last year, they was okay with taking that loss because they only lost 2, right?
Yeah, but eventually,
I'm just saying.
Eventually, you're gonna get got.
Right, go ahead, because I can. All right.
Like Lonnie said, eventually we're gonna get got, but at the same time, even in those playoff games, he still goes off. We just get lucky from time to time on certain plays. It's like it's this close. It was this close.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to be like one of the. I'm not because I'm not being home because he does. It's still a battle.
I hate playing.
That's what I'm saying. He keeps it. That's what I'm saying. He keeps it close. It's multiple times that we have blew out Lamar Jackson. It's multiple times. Josh Allen, he keeps it close. The thing is, what's different in those games, and that's what makes Spags a great defensive caller, and what he brings and how he's able. And like you said, the players is playing for him as well too. Those moments matter. And what we say when it matters most, you're putting your money on number 15, Patrick Mahomes. So those opportunities, I'm saying that they're going to give you a chance for. Like, let me be honest, bro. We're only going to do so much. We're holding down from the. Now, we used to be on bull and start out the season very slow. And then, we pick up postseason and we all coming together. We're pulling the weight from week 1 to 18 low key, and y'all chilling, and y'all waking up in the postseason. We're going to give up something, but when we get this stop, it better be God mode. And it usually comes in the postseason.
True.
Like if the Super Bowl was if it was anything close, who's ready for a storyline. You gotta beat the Chiefs up early, bro. That's why I'm giving the Eagles if you're going to kill them, you better kill them now. And you better kill them early.
Yeah, I mean the Eagles and the Buccaneers are 2 losses.
Yeah, he get them now
early. And same
kill them early.
Except for the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. They just adjusted and Pat didn't know what to do with that spot that was sitting there for him that second half. So
that really got him. Like that was one of the games that was a fluster. And I think that's what made him go into a mode of like, I gotta really be prepared for adjustments on the fly. But that's when you do need your players as well, too. Because I will say in 2023, when the adjustments were made, they actually were doing their part. Drops with KT and then MVS was just out of control.
Yeah.
And you still start saying like, nah, it's the players. Like now you got to really invest in something. All right, Rashee Rice came in. I'm going to have to go to the Rook. Rook took this shit.
Yeah.
He developed quicker than what
you had to. We forced him. We forced that.
Both of them did, though. Xavier
Worthy, too.
Well, Xavier Worthy had no choice. He had no choice but to.
They might be a little bit. That's why I said the Chiefs' offense might be discounting it a little bit. When they both get back, it might look like because they both used to happen to be everything. So I think you don't got to be everything no more. And I think are they gonna be okay with not being able to get the ball all the time?
Y'all don't think I'm hyping? I'm hyping. No, I'm not hyping. I'm ready. I think they're ready for a shootout again.
What did I say before the season started? I said it's gonna be a fun season. I said it, but we started a little rough. But at the same time, I don't think that getting the ball I mean, they're both used to it. I mean, obviously, when towards the end of the season of his rookie season for Rice, he started being like the focal point. And then last year, he started out, and you can tell that he was gonna go for that. He was gonna have one of them seasons in Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got hurt, and then Worthy had to come in and basically speed up the process, the learning process, and now they both here. We have not seen it, and I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing Pat Mahomes. He has Rice on one side, and he has Worthy on the other side, and he got Hollywood Brown in the middle in the slot, and he got Juju out there. And what you? I look, man. Look, Pat Mahomes might not even sleep for the Raiders game. He might not even go to bed. Like your first day of school. I promise you. He might not go to bed.
And I might not even 12 o'clock. It's a 12 o'clock game, too. Only 12 o'clock game this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He ain't going to bed.
It's a nooner.
I'm gonna be honest because that was guy who did that though. He was like, "Yep, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. Yeah,
about the thing.
Yeah. At least he don't got to be rushed. And I don't want this to be like considered a wild statement, but it's kind of like I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be loud, probably from both sides. They all got their karma a little bit. Tyreek Hill too. Like sometimes you have your.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
No. Karma stuff, man.
No. Look. This is why I'm saying it's not what y'all think. It's not what y'all think. Because even with like Rashee Rice and stuff like that too, because let me say, but it's like a blessing in disguise. You know, God always got to bring you down for you to go back up. You know what I'm saying?
What are technical difficulties at, Clint?
Yeah, it's not even a trick. I'm not even. Well, for real, I'm not trying to be on that, but like overall, like had it. But now they about to come, and you see the excitement. Sometimes you gotta kind of just be fed fish, we gotta really slow cook it, put it together. Tyreek, not overall with that, but I think he just been talking too much and everything that's going on. I'm not even talking about it's like legal trouble, like it's just being so much, right? And then people tripping off him saying stuff like it's really adrenaline stuff, like he's really there. But we know this upcoming season was a potential of having to go. Guess what? You kind of need this mental break. Kind of need to chill. Kind of need to get ready. Get prepared for an uncomfortable summer of not knowing what's going to happen with your career with the Miami Dolphins. You know what I mean? But like, you got to see who's ready to do that.
And they'll give him a promo.
We
already know.
We
Go
know where
ahead and say you're coming. He come back. He's not about to play football for a whole year, and nobody else is going to sign somebody. Let him sit out for a year. The Chiefs are only.
Look around, have fun. This was a one-year deal.
He come back home.
Oh, we know. We already know he come. He gonna be back here. Tyreek Hill be in a Chiefs uniform by December of next year.
Exactly.
No, they say he'll be ready for next. They say he'll be ready for next season though.
They saying
I know.
They said the same injury as Tank Dell. He won't be ready for another year, probably.
I seen Drew Rosenhaus say that his agent say that he was going to be ready. Luckily, they said that he doesn't need extra surgeries, which is shocking. I thought he was going to need more, but they say he don't need extra surgeries, and they said that he planned to be ready by August, September. But I think that is just them trying to keep teams interested because they don't want to be scared going into next season because I think they said that if Miami cuts him in March, they don't owe him nothing. His contract's not guaranteed anymore. But if they keep him in after March 1st, I think it's like $17 million. I think it's like $11 million and then like a $6 million signing bonus or something like that. So I don't think that Miami's going to keep him. I think he played his last down in Miami, but I don't think any team is going to touch Tyreek Hill until about November, December, and why not come to Kansas City? A lot of people saying his career is done. I've seen that today. I seen that today, and I had to say something to a couple people on Twitter. Because like, hold on, Paul, let's pump the brakes on calling my boy career over.
Yeah.
I don't like that, man. Because I mean, at the end of the day, he's an athlete and he stays in shape.
This is first major injury, like
ever,
right?
First ever freak injury too. Like from a guy that uses his legs for everything. From a speed guy, we seen him running for years and never see him fall, see him jump up vertically, grab the ball, and backflip, do all types of stuff, and he never had nothing like this. So the first freak injury, I don't think. No, he's gonna be back for sure, but I feel like he has less years in front of him than he does.
He's got about 2 years left.
So like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got about
him
2
and Trav ride off into the sunset. Let's say it like that. They gonna ride off together. Trav said, "Come on, I got the young guys here. You really won't even be playing. You probably be like, you gonna be in the same position as Hollywood Brown. If you want me to be honest, it's the offense isn't past you by, but you gonna be Kareem. You gonna be like everybody else. You already gonna know everything that's going on. So we gonna have them little plays, a little sprint outs. We got all your stuff in here.
Number 10 gonna be available. I mean, you know,
it is. It will be. Yeah. So, you get your number back.
This is his last year.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
that just got real messy right there. But I mean,
yeah, he might. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a book. He might be solid in March if they sign. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna say you talking about signing him. Like I'm gonna be honest. Hey, bro.
The thing.
How long? No. Hold on. How long the recovery process for real?
Oh, like I said,
hold on. It's October. Nah, we can sign you, bro. Like we just gonna get that out of the way. Just come back to KC. You gotta. It's time. Yeah, come stay with me for a little bit. Come stay with me.
He comes stay with me. I mean, all right.
Come stay with me.
You're already looking at least something at one point anyway. So whatever. Come leave something, man.
Just come chill, bro. Gotta come chill. You know, you gotta get back acclimated. You know, get ready for this run because you haven't been used to January, February in a while. So we got you.
Oh wow.
You know, you gotta throw some shade in there a little bit. Gotta throw some shade in there a little bit.
No, but I do it in there. Like I was saying, though, I do think that he'll be running. I think he'll be running by the end of summer. He'll be running again, like beginning towards the end of summer.
Yeah. Ooh.
Only people that, like I said, I see taking a risk on that is KC, just because like they've been there. It'll be something. It'll probably be something real low. The number won't be high unless Tyreek is like, I want to get into the market again, and Rosenhaus gets out there and says we're taking offers from I don't know who and want the biggest offer. So I don't think unless that happens, we know what's going on.
Drew, don't do that, bro.
We are Drew. Just keep veaching him on speed dial come March, come summer next year.
I don't even think let's say this. Let's say Tyreek probably don't even let him get in the way of that one this time.
Tyreek, text Reed like
let me get the phone right now.
Yeah, text Reed like Kareem Hunt did. Do that. Just go ahead and do that.
They probably text him. They probably text him like
he because that'd be later. That'd be he can't do it now. He gotta wait.
I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you in a minute, bro. I'll see you in a minute. Speedy recovery. I'll see you.
They can't do it now. The media just ain't gotta know about it.
Just he
know he done in Miami, bro.
Stop. They're getting happy.
Hey, I'm happy. That's one of my favorite receivers of all time. I didn't even want to watch that video. I kept getting irritated when people sharing that video.
Yeah, it looked weird. Yeah. I was like,
And now it's speed gonna be the same. That's gonna be the question now. Are you just still as fast as you are?
It goes from a 99 to a 92 probably. He gonna have that speed. He attracts
99 to 92.
Before it was like no doubt you wouldn't faster than
if it was 95, I'd be
now 95. I don't know. He might be Isaiah Pacheco now.
Hell, next subject, please.
Let's go ahead and get to our last subject, which is game predictions. So, what is your score prediction for this upcoming Monday Night Football matchup against the Jaguars, and who will stand out on the offense and defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, so I think the Chiefs get a win here. I think the Chiefs win 24-17. I'm not going to put the Chiefs over 30 points yet. And I don't know if I'll really have him the same game prediction every time, but 24-17. I think the Chiefs win by 3. I really want to give them like 24-14, but I just don't know if the Chiefs defense. I'm prepared to keep the Chiefs defense as keeping opponents under that 14-point mark, 13-point mark, even though it is outrageously good. But this is the NFL, and they always hovered around like that 21-point mark. So I think the Chiefs win 24-17. I think offensively, I think it just continues to the floodgates just continue to open for Xavier Worthy. I know that the Jags have a ton of interceptions and have done a ton on a lot of making plays on defense, but as long as I think the offensive line can hold up and Mahomes has a little bit of time, and I don't even think he needs a lot of time with a lot of the routes they have Xavier Worthy running. I think Xavier Worthy has a day because I just think about the Jags roster. Who do they have at corner besides Travis Hunter? Exactly, and that's not a good thing. So I just don't know what they do as far as that goes with the man that's kind of coming off of a game where you can see he's just now getting his feet up under him. Xavier looks like he hasn't played like that was his first game. If you just watch it, like he's running all over the place, people pulling up on hamstrings, he's hurting foot, like he is like full of energy. You can tell it was no injury to the leg, it was only injury to the shoulder. And the way he was falling, rolling on the ground, signaling first down, it probably wasn't no problem even with the shoulder. I think he could have played a long time ago. So yeah, and I touched up my son that too. I said I like this one now. I like that. That's another thing. So but yeah, I think Xavier has a day. Primed, ready. I think he's ready to go. Keep it going. He had a great showing in that game, and then defensively, I think Chris Jones. I know the man. He went through a lot this previous Sunday. I know he was going through a ton of emotion and kind of wanted to get back there and make a play. And made some plays, but I just think he hasn't shown his true colors or shown his true self yet. Kind of having that multi-sack game, kind of having that ability that he's always had to just kind of take over and be that lone pass rusher to kind of and be that disruptive force on the defensive side of the ball. And I think this is the game for it. He can go get after Trevor Lawrence. I know that the Jags, they have an offensive line and they put some stuff together and got some guys down there, but I just don't know. Like I said, again, who's some notable guys from the Jags offensive line. Dre always says it. You got to tackle from the Jaguars. So who's the tackle for the Jaguars? Don't know. So really don't care either. So I want to see if Chris can go get after it, see if the guys can get after it with a 4-man rush. They look absolutely stupendous against the Ravens, but the Ravens line wasn't depleted yet, but was soon to be depleted for the next coming quarter. So it eventually was not at what it started the game as. So I knew the Chiefs were eventually going to be able to get after them. So I want to see if the Chiefs are able to get out after offensive line and just fully healthy and kind of ready and game plan for them. So I really want to see a good game from the entire defensive line, but in particularly Chris Jones. And I think the Chiefs can get a win 24-17.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Chiefs put up a 40 ball on this defense. I think the Chiefs is probably going to win 42-21. I don't even. Nope. Take that back. 42-17. I think it's gonna be one of those games. Monday night, prime time. Pat Mahomes is like, yeah, I got one of my guys back, man. Y'all was talking all that talk, and I got my guy back. I think this is gonna be one of those the coming out game. I know we played against the Ravens and everything like that, but that wasn't prime time though. Everybody picked the Ravens to play. This is prime time. It's gonna be the only game on TV. Pat Mahomes, Pat gonna have one of them games. He wanted 5 touchdowns on Sunday. He might get 5. I don't even know who they got as DB. I mean, I don't even think they're not gonna have Travis out there as a DB. They're gonna fully focus on him being a wide receiver.
You know they putting him out there. I don't think it's a smart idea.
I think they need to just let him focus as being a wide receiver. But if he want to go out there and get cooked, then he can go out there and get cooked. But I do think that it's 42-17 Kansas City. I just think that And my predictions, besides, I want to say the last one, I want to say the Ravens game. I think all my other ones been like in the 30s or something like that. I could be wrong, but I think because I got high hopes for this offense. Patting them, they want to be explosive, and I think this is going to be one of the games where they're going to really show that they're explosive, and then we get ready for the Lions. But this game is going to be one of those ones where Pat possibly might be sitting in the fourth quarter type stuff. Just because, I mean, if you really look at because everybody hyping up the Lions and their turnover, I mean, not the Lions, but the Jaguars and their turnovers. But I mean, the Jaguars, they played the Panthers, the Houston Texans, the 49ers, and they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. They gave up 31 points to the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow before Joe Burrow got hurt. So obviously, styles make fights. Matchups is matchups. It could be a different game every day. So, but I do think that we gonna do what we do. I think we gonna BTA them this Monday night. That's just my opinion. And then so it's gonna be Pat as the MVP. I'm still hoping. I hope that the running backs can eventually show up, but I don't think it's gonna happen until they get somebody else in there. I do want to see more Rashad Smith, split them carries with Pacheco. But I do think it's going to be a Pat and Xavier Worthy game. A lot of the wide receivers, I think this is going to be Ravens all over again, 2.0. But on defense, I do want to see more. I do want to see the defense, the line get pressures on Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence hasn't. I think he's only been sacked like 3 times this season so far. I could be wrong, but I want to see more pressure. So yeah, like Lonnie said, Chris Jones up there. But our secondary is that I think there'll be an issue. There'll be a problem for Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, all in all, all in all, Pat Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, 42-17, and then our defense as a whole just shutting them down.
So the corners that they got fucking line is Jerrion Jones, Tyson Campbell, Monteric Brown, and then they got also Travis Hunter as well too. So I think what the dude who was on there at Arrowhead Chief podcast, shout out to them boys, that's what he was talking about, where they kind of been using him more, and then really they, as the fans, they really want him in more packages opposed to like being out there all the time. Like they want him primarily on offense. But I get it. But respect this time I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a cool over 30, not really that much. I think I'm gonna test the waters a little bit. I'm just gonna say 31-17. Only reason why I can see us, of course, getting 4 touchdowns, probably being able to potentially getting the ball back as well to put a field goal on there before we actually, put the icing on the cake, and then going ahead and just play some good defense, get the ball out, and then run it out as well too. But I do think that this is a good offensive performance, regardless of them not getting 42. If I don't think that that 37 looked good last week as well too, and I think overall within that's 4 touchdowns and a field goal right there. That's a good offensive game for a team, and that could be potentially, Patrick Mahomes still throwing for 4 touchdowns as well too. Who knows? I want this to be a Travis Kelce game. I want this to be one of his awakenings. I know that you shake your head a little bit. He still's out there getting his first team reps. I'm not saying they got to be just focused on him. I think overall you're going to see that they're going to be getting the ball to Xavier Worthy. But when you see him across the middle, he get a catch. He did a couple times last week as well too. Was able to shake off the defender, get up the field, get some yardage. Was able to get his yardage from like the previous game within like that first quarter. So I think he was the second leading receiver in the game after Xavier Worthy. So it's there. I'm just asking if you can get 70 in the touchdown, that'd be good. That can be one of those where like, all right, I think, with everybody coming back, everyone's playing at a higher and of course, a better level, and the offense is flowing. So if we can see him taking advantage of what you're saying with that Jaguars defense is not as great, right? Travis Kelce, this is a good game for you to wake up. It's a good game for you to be like, okay, I'm still him. Let's go ahead and get through the season, get through the remainder of the season. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I know y'all got Chris Jones. I'm gonna have to go with George Karlaftis because I got money on him anyway for the rest of the season. You know, I really got him at 12.5 sacks. I just went ahead and did that bet because people was like, bro, we gotta do our annual bet. I was like, I'm not doing 15 like I did with the Frank Clark. Really capped on that. Won't do that again. So we can try this 12.5, and you know, he got a motor as well too. I think he's leading us with sacks right now as well, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 or 4 or something right there around there. If I'm not mistaken. I think Drew might be in it. I gotta see, but I think he got about like 3 or 4.
He got 3.
One of that. He got 3. So this game, we already had game 4. I need 2. I need 2 on Monday. If we can get 2 on Monday, we're in a good position.
You know, George, the pressure king. He's the pressure king.
All right, keep on fighting because Trevor, he'll give it to you. Once he try to sneak out, you know he good for that. Once they try to sneak out, go ahead and just haul them. You know, just go ahead and maul them. Go ahead and get that little week 1 sack for me.
That chase down sack.
One more time before the end of the game. If that's how we get it for the rest of the season, I don't care. It's all we need. But get that pressure. You know, let's do it with the 4-man. We know once we go after Trevor with the blitz, once he start to dial it up, I think that's when I feel like that's when Spags like to put the icing on the cake. Once the offense start putting points on the board, we starting to have like those 2 possession leads. I think that's when he's like, let's go ahead and keep it on. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more. Because if we commit a turnover, we can have them make a mistake. You know, we getting them stopped. You know, they're not getting within our field position. We making them 3 and out around the 20, 25. That's good field position for the offense. Because that punt, they gonna catch it at the 25, 30. If it's good blocking, he getting up to the 40, 45, 50. That how much field is that for the offense after that? 45 yards and 50. Ain't that much. Why you think we had a better game on Sunday? They was taking advantage. Turnover, interception, fumble, we got it. 3 and out, corralling, penalty, punt. Yeah, not that much going on. We can go from the 20-25 sometimes, but you know, overall, you know, we gotta be on top of that. They gotta be on top of that. So I think the defense, they can go out there and handle their business. I need George Karlaftis to, of course, be the one that you know, shows up and shows out, and that's who I have as my prediction. So anything y'all want to add to that or say before we wrap it up?
Hold on, is your bet he get 12 sacks, 12.5?
Yeah.
I mean, he got 3 right now, so
that's what I'm saying. It's like, and it's what
he did this every year. He do this every year. He been doing it since we have Frank Clark. I don't know why he does this, bro.
Best be fun. I ain't gonna lie. I like the pressure. Like, you know how y'all be mad about the game, about the blowouts. Like I told, it's like it kind of be fun when we was winning. It was fun. It was. You kind of look at it like, all right, what y'all gonna do? Because what's gonna be the thing that happened this week that people complain about? So, you know, you just gotta find your entertainment in it, bro. I know we missed the old school offense 2018 to 2022. You know, 2023, 2024, I've been having to find something. I think the offense back this year though. Going forward. So
he has to waste his money because y'all suck so bad. He has to make other activities with his bread because
is sports betting illegal? Is it legal in Albuquerque?
Nah, it's not.
Oh yeah, I'm glad it's not. It's a good thing it's not, bro. Because you boy, no, it's a good thing it's not. It's a good thing.
What? I would have got in trouble or something.
No, bro. You's a bad man. If once it becomes legal, you gonna be on them apps for sure.
Oh no, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like to do stuff like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like weird. I like fantasy leagues. I go to the casino like every year for the Super Bowl. and like kind of do a parlay out here one time. I'm weird, bro. Like I don't trust it. Like I'm weird. I be doing those pots, you know, with like the family and everything. I've been winning those, but like
the fantasy football league and everything
yeah, we got that going. We got that. I'm in one that's about 1,000. So it's cool. I can do stuff like that where you put in your 50, your 100, whatever like that. But
you say that now.
you see,
wait
but when
available.
Okay, look, I wanted to do that. I said I would do. They don't let me do it over here for some reason. I wanted to do that because the little $5 things y'all be doing. I want to do that. I feel like I can hit one of those. Like I can kind of play with that a little bit. That's what I'm waiting for. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. I'm becoming a little degenerate. I get it, but like I'm chilling. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to be that one that put better house. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I do blackjack and stuff when I go to the casino though.
Yeah,
I tap in with that. I diet little craps in there, but
it's about to be legal in Kansas. It's about to be legal in Kansas. I mean, in Missouri.
Yeah, I don't know what's taking all day. I'm surprised they haven't even got it done.
First, I don't know why it's taking too long, but
yeah, that's crazy. That cool. Y'all don't have to go over to Kansas no more though.
I work in Kansas, so
yeah, that's cool.
Over there, so yeah.
You can do it before leaving. He ain't true. Yeah. Nah, but that's all we have. Good. That was a cool little rant as well, so that was fun. That's all we have for this edition of the Chiefin. I had to put that in there. We definitely thank y'all for, of course, tapping in with us and supporting the channel. Make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms at Red Kingdom Media, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well too. We're definitely on the road to 500 followers, so please help us get there. We almost there, and we definitely appreciate it. And also make sure to tap in with our newsletter as well too. That's Monday through Friday. That comes out every week for you all, and then we have our post-game article and pre-game article that come out as well too in our video. So definitely make sure to check out those when it comes out. We have definitely some more stuff for y'all as well too, and we'll be doing the post-game on Monday night after the game as well. So make sure y'all up for that. Y'all know it's gonna be a late one, but at least we not on the East Coast. We on the Central and Mountain Standard Time, so we can work with it a little bit more. But yeah, make sure y'all check us out on all of that. Subscribe to everything. We on pretty much all y'all social media platforms. So yeah, make sure to follow us and support us and support our regular our own chat our own pages as well too. Daily Fowler, you got __ Lano, and you got Scoops Gotcha. So make sure y'all follow to that as well too, because we be doing our own little thing and our stuff as well too. And that's how y'all keep up to date with all the Chiefs news. But y'all know how we like to close it out. You know how we like to go through it. And as always, go Chiefs.
Thanks for checking out this update straight from the heart of Chiefs Kingdom. We appreciate your passion, so please leave a like and follow us wherever you tune in from. See you next tailgate, your trusted source for all things Chiefs, Red Kingdom Media.